Hey, Manny, you're on the air in Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Manny.
Hey, are you going to get to the Ross and Jason argument today? Stay an extra 5 minutes for us and get to that, could you please?
Yeah, maybe I'll get to that now.
Yeah, that'd be great, because that was a really good argument.
Yeah, that was awesome. I don't know how many people actually ended up here. I'm sure by now everyone's heard it, but Robin, you say you haven't.
I still haven't. I've been waiting to hear it here.
All right, hold on. I'll do it right now. So we
As annoying as Jason can be, he was really dead on with Ross. Ross is very arrogant.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up right now.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. So here's the deal. Ross is a guy. By the way, I never hired Ross here. Ross got his job on his own.
He was working here before we got here.
Yeah, exactly. But people seem to think I hired him as I was listening to the lunacy of the wrap-up show yesterday. But anyway, Ross is a friend of mine, and Ross, to refresh your memory, Tim was in a meeting with Ross. Tim Sabian, our program director, during the meeting, snuck behind Ross, took a picture of his bald spot on his head, and then issued out an email that said, hey, look, Ross is going bald. Ross is going bald was the subject in the email. I pointed out on the air that I thought that was inappropriate. I didn't think it was right.
It's in a meeting.
It's a meeting. Tim's not, listen, it's not, I don't know what, Tim doesn't have to do shtick. Tim's defense, he said, hey, why is everyone getting so serious all of a sudden? I have to create a fun atmosphere for people to work in.
Yeah, it was so much fun for Ross.
I said, yeah, well, that's what I said to Tim. I said, Tim, I don't know that was fun for Ross, that you're sitting there and doing that. And plus, people kind of don't expect that of you when they're in a meeting, in a business meeting.
He can't wait to get to another meeting. That was so much fun.
Tom Chiasano was our general manager for years, I said to him, and there was a lot of crazy stuff going on the radio, but he was like the voice of reason.
Right.
Oh, come on, I'm trying to create a fun environment. I said, well, you're doing it at Ross's expense. That's all. It wasn't a big deal to the discussion between Tim and myself. But I said, listen, I don't know if that's setting a fun environment.
I mean, with all the talk about bullying that goes on in the media today, Tim should really think about what he did.
Well, anyway, so that led to one thing and another thing, and then Tim and Ross got into it, and then somehow Ross ended up on the wrap-up show, and Jason started yelling at Ross that I think that he was a crybaby or something.
Hey, Howard, it'll be explained in the first clip, but Ross was upset because Jason tweeted something on his personal tweet about it that he didn't agree with.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Yes. But when you went to your personal
That's Ross.
Twitter feed and wrote what you wrote yesterday, why?
Well, tell him what did he write?
Because it was ball busting. I fucking love ball busting. Had nothing to do with you
so
personally.
Do you want me to start ball busting you?
Yes, go crazy with the ball. It was Tim ball.
You know what? I said this to Gary earlier. I care about the little people. I don't mean little people, but I know where I came from, and I was really a friend of yours and a friend of Will's, and I bust his balls about the Philadelphia Phillies. But when Yankee Stadium opened, I took you along for a tour. I've always helped you out with tickets.
I set up
you wanted
that tour.
some dressing advice, so you came to me and said, "Hey, look, I don't want to look like a schlump anymore." Hold on a second. Wait. What am I making up?
You're making it. First of all, I set up that tour. Greg Bonini, he wrote to both of us, and you didn't want to do it. All right, so fuck off.
Hold on
Second of all, first of all, let's explain what the tweet was. Yesterday, I'm listening to the wrap-up show in the back office, and Tim's leaving at Power Play the clip this morning. And as Tim was walking out, he shouts out that he's going to go Photoshop hair on Ross's picture. Right. Now, to me, that was just such a fucking classic moment. Like, here you are, two guys, they're arguing with each other. Tim's way off mic, and he just shouts that out, and I busted out laughing. And I've been putting ball busting notes up on Twitter all week. So I go, ball buster Tim Sabian. I put the quote up. I go, my new hero. That had nothing to do with Ross.
What do you mean it has nothing to do with me?
But it was just a joke. It was the ball busting. I put notes up about the wrap-up show almost every day on my personal feed.
Let's go back. But I cared about you as a friend.
What fashion advice did you get
I've
from
helped
Ross?
you out.
Clearly great fashion advice.
No, clearly you just put on too many pounds so you can't fit into anything else.
Oh, Baldy, come on.
So I'm done. I'm going to be your coworker. We have to coexist.
Fine, Ross,
in this.
stop being my friend. See, this is what I'm talking about. Tim was wrong. But look how sensitive Ross is. I sent out a fucking tweet about the wrap-up show yesterday, and now this is a statement on our friendship, and he's not going to be my friend anymore, and he used to treat me good, but he won't treat me good. You are the most sensitive motherfucker on the planet.
Okay, so
goodbye.
It's a fact. You're right.
Right, you're out of my life.
But
right, is that what you want?
But you're
not
ignoring
friends?
the fact that what I said was I thought you were wrong.
Okay, and I disagree with you.
Well, it got more heated. See, now it turned into a second argument because Jason tweeted, "Hey, Tim's my hero."
Well, is Tim now seeing that this isn't
it's
creating
not good.
fun in the workplace?
There isn't a lot of fun.
Now, does this mean our friendship is over?
I don't think there is a friendship.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you see it that way.
You don't see it that way.
No.
You think everything is fine. You don't think the way you conduct yourself in the office that you think that you're a Gary Jr.
What?
You don't think that...
So now Ross is attacking Jason.
Yes.
On some level. I don't know why he needed to do that, but it's just getting out of control.
The way you conduct yourself in the office. How many times do I see you yelling at people, screaming at people, getting in fights with other salespeople in our meetings, getting in fights with Gary, slamming the door shut, going on Twitter, "Oh, Howard won't let me in the bathroom." How fucking professional is that?
First of all, I didn't go on
You want to
Twitter.
talk about your conduct?
Hold on a
Yeah,
second.
right. You went to Howard's house and complained about it.
First off, I didn't go on Twitter about it. Second off,
What do you even have
can
Twitter?
I finish? You made a statement. I'm going to finish it. So when I raise my voice in a meeting with a salesperson, it's to discuss something. It's not yelling at them. It's about talking about what?
No, it's not. I've seen you get in fights with this sales guy, Sam.
Do you know what I do?
Do you know what I do?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, then I know what you do.
I know you produce the show. I know you work on the show. You work on the bits. I know everything you do, and you do a good job of it.
Thank you.
So I asked you, do you know what I do?
Yes.
What do I do?
You're the promotions guy. You're the.
But what do I do? That's my title. What do I do?
What do you do?
Yes.
You're the Well, you're saying that I do producing. I'm saying you do promotions. I mean, that's what you said. You produce stuff and you take pictures.
So my point is, what I'm saying to you is, you just accused me of yelling and screaming and doing things when I said to you, you're a Gary Jr. So I explained to you why I act a certain way, and I don't yell and scream.
Yes, you do, and I don't see anyone else here yelling and screaming like you do. So if you're gonna call my professionalism into question, I will call yours.
Is Gary Jr. an insult or a compliment?
Yeah, I was going to ask, what's a Gary Jr.?
Yeah, and I'll take Gary Jr. By the way, I don't know why people say, "Oh, you want to be Gary?" Of course, I want to be Gary. Gary's a successful radio producer for 25 years on the greatest radio show ever.
Gary's been doing this for 25 years.
Maybe longer.
28.
I've been doing it for 10.
Okay, so when you get another 18 years under
how many
your
years
belt,
have you worked in radio?
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what I observed about you. Okay.
So you observed that I try and emulate my boss's behavior.
I feel that sometimes you flex a little more than you should for some of the power you have, and I don't think you've earned it yet.
See, this is what happens. This is what they teach you when you argue with your wife. You can't go off onto other topics.
Right. Got to stay on topic.
The original topic was whether Tim was wrong in tweeting or whatever, sending out an email of Ross's bald spot. And now Ross attacked Jason as Gary Jr. For some reason, that was a bad thing. And now Jason's attacking Ross. It's great. It's out of control. Where's this all at, by the way? It's a good argument, though, and it's a good wrap-up show.
It was really bad. I think you're going to play a clip in a minute. There's like a long period of silence.
Yeah.
And it was Ross, like the veins on his neck were coming out, and I think Ross was going to jump across the console. I think he really wanted to kill Jason. That's how bad it got. But I got to say, the funny thing is, Jason didn't even say Tim was his hero for taking the picture. He disagreed with that. Tim made things worse because on the wrap-up show, he said to Ross, "I got to go now. I got to go Photoshop hair onto your picture." And Jason said, "That's a funny line."
Right.
And that's what got Ross upset.
How many times does Gary have to tell you no to something before you'll get the fucking picture to stay out of his fucking office?
So now we're going to the way I asked to do things, and if I hear no...
Yes. Yes, you're very unprofessional. No, you can fight for your cause. You go in there, you slam door, you're screaming on the top of your lungs. I mean, you want to talk professionalism? Let's talk professionalism.
Jason,
I don't think you're very professional.
I'd have a little more respect for this conversation if you knew what I did and knew what went on.
Okay, so
why
I'll tell you
the question was asked. If you're there for every step of the way and understand what the pressures or what the desires and what the needs are of why I'm bringing that subject matter to Gary, I would have more respect for you to talk to me and say why I slammed it or why I didn't want to hear no.
And if you knew everything I did and the pressures and the responsibilities that we have on the Stern angle of it, and then when you come in there like a mental patient and goes, "Oh, we need to mix in secret words. We need to mix in secret words into the show for advertisers," and it's just like Gary says no to it. I don't know, every day for 4 years. I mean, when are you going to give it
up?
Now
Now you're going way off the reservation. Now you're going to
what reservation?
But now you're bringing up...
I'm calling you unprofessional. That's the reservation.
Hold on. No, now you're saying when I come into Gary with an ad sales, when a client wanted something...
Right. And you don't take no for an answer. And that's fine. Maybe that's you doing your job, but I don't think it's very professional. I don't see anyone else acting like that around here.
Are you making fun, or are you criticizing me for coming in and bringing up something that made no sense to you?
No, I'm criticizing you for not taking no for an answer and bringing it up every week for 3 years.
Okay, I don't know if you know Sales 101, but you don't take no for an answer.
Well, then your demeanor about it is very unprofessional.
Do you book guests?
Yes.
Okay, when you want your big guest for Geek Time and someone says no to you the first time, do you ever ask again?
Well, I don't threaten them like you do.
Well, now I'm threatening people?
Oh yeah.
How did I, Gary, do I threaten you?
I'm waiting to hear what he has to say next.
You bitch, Sam Van Ruby.
No, I'm waiting to hear what he says.
You coming
So
off.
wait,
they got so much money. You have.
Hold on a
Listen,
second.
Russ,
Jason, you have a wonderful way of deflecting. I asked you a question. Yes. Answer it.
Yes.
You accuse me of not taking no for an answer and keep coming back.
Right.
When you book a guest and you hear no, do you ask again?
Sometimes I don't. Depends what the
situation is. But you're accusing me of going to Gary and not taking no for an answer. Let me explain to you what I'm accusing you of. Answer the question.
I am. I'm going to answer the question. What I'm accusing you of, you accuse me of being unprofessional. I'm saying you're being unprofessional. Whether or not you're doing your job is one thing, and the way that you're doing it is an unprofessional manner. You yell and you scream and you act like a baby. You do it in meetings, you do it to people in the hall, and you do it in Gary's office. That is the end of my statement.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Jeez, now I got to go around watching Ross to see if all this is true.
Yeah. Wonder what Tim's next bit is going to be.
Yeah, to improve the atmosphere in the office.
He's creating fun. He goes, come on, we're in a joking job. We have to create a loose, fun atmosphere. I go, really? Is that what you need to do? Why don't you let me worry about that?
I don't think he did it here.
His big quote was, "This isn't an insurance company." I'm like, you're not kidding.
Yeah, but we can't even get the funny stuff done anymore.
My job is a lot like a coach.
Right.
We plan our success, and we execute the plan.
I like
sorry.
I like teasing Ross. I know Ross is a very sensitive person. I was
watching Howard TV Behind the Scenes, which is my favorite show on Howard TV. They're doing a great job, and this week they have 3 different scenarios of what went on behind the scenes, and one of them was when this naked chick came in, and then I see Tim behind the scenes. He's sitting in the control room of the TV studio watching the naked chick.
Whoa. Doesn't he have things to do?
I don't know. He's creating fun all over the place.
I think Ross has a lot of personality flaws. Like, he's very sensitive, and he has a big ego, and he thinks his shit doesn't stink, and he holds everything over everyone's head like he's the last time I get you Foo Fighters tickets, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's like the Santa Claus of the office. And I think it's funny to poke holes in that persona, but I never had anything personal against Ross.
He just listed 5 things.
Well, listen, I have my own flaws, too. I know them. Doesn't
what are they?
Like myself.
What are your flaws?
I'm loud.
Right.
I have a horrible nasally voice.
Right.
I can definitely say you'll go too far with either making fun of people or saying things where I shouldn't say things. Yeah, I got flaws.
What about in the office? What about your professional
all those things
life?
are things I do in the office. I'm loud in the office. I talk too much. I say things I probably shouldn't say sometimes. I mean, it happens. And I'm fat. I mean, I don't know. I got lots of flaws. You're very tan. I don't know how.
Yeah, man. How are you so tan?
Wow.
Are you hitting on the personal level or the professional level?
Professional. Listen, man, I love Ross. And I know he's very busy because every Thursday through Monday you can't find him because he's in the Bahamas or Miami. Or why is everyone laughing? Everyone's laughing off, Mike.
Jason, you know what? If you didn't work in this environment, I don't think you'd have a job.
Well, I don't think you would either.
Well, there you go.
My goodness.
Jason knows how to argue, man. Anyway, so it got worse and worse. You want to hear the last clip?
Sure. I want to know how this ends.
Well, not well. I think Ross tries to get Jason to step outside.
Ooh.
Jason knows how to get under your skin, but the thing that pisses me off about it, and he enjoys it.
Oh,
he
yes.
gets off on it. And if you show him that side of you, he will attack because that's a part of his personality that I can't stand that he loves.
Especially a paper.
Wait, have you ever been punched out?
Punch in the face. I don't think I've been punched in the face. I've gotten in a fight before. But especially a paper tiger like Ross is somebody who is great because he has such an inflated ego and an arrogance about himself that anytime you could just needle that a little, it's like the greatest thing in the world. That's why, even though Tim was in the wrong yesterday, it was great fucking radio because, oh no, it got under Ross's perfect fucking skin. And Tim is right. You are a ball buster. And Tim, I'm not defending what Tim did because I think that is wrong the way he took your picture in the meeting and just sent it out on an email without you knowing about it. But I mean, he did have a point at some point. Get over it, dude. I mean, really. Yeah, see, you're gonna be angry at Tim. You're taking the anger at Tim to me now because I put out one tweet yesterday saying I was enjoying the wrap-up show. Before what happened before the tweet?
I just told you.
Well, I missed it. What, you've been thinking this the whole time?
All your little bullshit. And
you
know
can't
what?
even keep an assistant, dude. This is what a horrible boss you are.
Wow.
People are just leaving you in droves. What are you on, 2 assistants in 3 years now?
How fat are you?
285 pounds.
So every day I'm going to bring a scale next to you, and we're going to start weighing you every day, and you come to my office and do attendance because you're sure that I don't show up for work.
I never said you didn't show up for work.
You're more than welcome to come to my office every day to see if I'm there, and there's going to be a scale there, and we're going to have the Jason chart,
I ain't your boss.
and
I
we're
don't
going to
care where you
watch
work and don't
how
work.
fat you are every day. So you want to do that with me?
No.
You can take my attendance. You're sure I don't come? You're sure I'm not here Thursday through Monday?
No, Ross, I'm not your boss. I don't really care.
No, but you're acting like it. You're taking attendance for me.
You called me unprofessional, and we got in this long argument about who's the most unprofessional.
But you're making accusations that you can't back up.
Well, you're right here, so say it. Are you not in Miami every other weekend?
No, I'm not in Miami every other weekend.
Well, then there's your side of the story. Congratulations.
And we don't have to talk about my assistant, but she decided to leave, and it wasn't because she couldn't work with me. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Well, I don't listen. All I know is your assistant's leaving. Tim's got 2 assistants. They're multiplying. He can't get rid of them. They're flocking.
I wish I wasn't working here with you. I really do. I really do.
Aw. Well, then quit, and then you could beat me up on the street if that's what you're looking
I'm
to do.
not beating you up.
Then what? Then what? If it's not about that.
You are a piece of work.
There you go. Well, anyway.
You said that was the last clip, but if you care, I have a bonus clip.
What's the bonus
right
clip?
Right in the other column in white.
Yeah.
So what happened was we went to commercial break, and then when we were commercial break, Ross wasn't done yet. And
is this where you asked him to step outside?
Yeah.
Oh.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll try to resolve this. We'll try to talk about Dave Navarro. Try and let some tension out of the room. You're listening to the wrap-up show.
Take a walk.
On Howard 100, Howard 100.
Wow. No, I'm serious, Jason. Come on.
No,
take a walk. I'm not going to touch you. Just come on. Take a walk.
Wait, a guy who just called me an asshole for 8 years is telling me to take a walk with him in the air?
Come on.
Come here.
Come take a walk. You're a big guy behind the microphone. I'm not going to hit you. You're going to have Jim Trellis. Come take a walk.
I'm afraid of you hitting me. I just don't want to have an argument with you off the air. We'll have the argument on the air.
Raise my voice like I
To the camera come?
Just take a walk with me.
No, I don't feel like it. I'm too fat to walk.
I promise you, I'm not going to yell and I'm not going to slam the door. Just take a walk with me. If you can sit there behind the microphone, you can give me the decency.
I'll come to your office after the break.
No, I'd like to talk to you right now. I have to interview someone that's been sitting there for 20 minutes because my assistant didn't want to work for me. So come over here, Mr. Big Shot. I'm serious. I'd like to talk to you.
I'll talk to you in your office after the show, or I'll talk to you on the air now. Because I'm in the middle of doing a radio show.
You're behind the microphone. You're Mr. Big Guy.
I said I'll come talk to you in your office after the show.
You're Mr. Big Guy?
I'll come talk to you in the office after the show.
Talk to me right now.
No, I don't want to talk to you.
Why not?
Because you're not my boss and you can't order me
to talk
around.
behind a microphone. You can't talk to me. Please turn it off.
Well, they turned it off. Whose idea was to turn it off?
I thought they put it down and left it on.
Right. Oh, man.
So what happened was Jason stepped outside. He came back about 30 seconds later. He goes, yeah, that's pretty much what I thought. You're a piece of shit. I hope you die. Don't ever fucking talk to me again.
Right. So are they talking at all?
I don't think so.
Right.
See, the thing is...
this all happened because Tim started in taking pictures of Ross's bald spot.
Making sure we have a fun environment.
Right.
This is the greatest show on earth.
And then Tim congratulated Jason for yelling at Ross.
Really?
So then when somebody fucks up around here, they're going to say, hey, Tim, you take pictures of people's bald spots. See?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the thing with Jason and Ross has been brewing long before this.
Yeah.
But, man, it just... When they left the studio, John and I almost were like, we thought we went too far. You know?
Maybe. I mean, you didn't go too far. Maybe they did.
Or maybe let it go too far.
Hey, what are you going to do, man? They're fighting. Might as well fight on the air if you're going to fight. Why do it off the air?
True.
You know what I'm saying? In fact, anything, I realize when you fight on the air, it keeps things civil. Like people don't end up killing each other because they're worried with the cameras on the, the cameras and the microphones are open.
Evidence.
Yeah, evidence. I was watching something on TV the other day. I said, these guys would be killing each other if there wasn't a camera on them. It's the only thing that's keeping them from killing each other. But I don't know. I don't think that. See, my whole basic point to Tim was missed. I said, Tim, you can't be in a meeting with in a sales meeting and start taking pictures of people's bald spots and then emailing it to people.
That's not called having fun. That's called sabotage.
Yeah, I said, you're not even doing it on the air. You're just doing it. You're the program director.
Yeah.
That's how this all got started. So my original point still hasn't been made. Nobody gets it.
Tim was just, when you were telling him, he kept saying, what's the big deal? It's fun, fun, fun. Everybody's having fun.
Gary,
listening back to that clip, you just said as soon as it happened, you felt as if maybe you and John let it go too far.
Yeah, because it was really tense and it was really ugly, and I thought it might get physical. But not only that, you could see that it wasn't one of those things that was going to be repaired in a minute, or may never be repaired. And Ross is a good friend of mine, and Jason's a good friend of mine. I like them both, and it was just really, it was ugly. I mean, it's fascinating to watch, and it's fascinating to listen to, but sometimes we do stuff here that may affect the bigger picture.
Right, you have personal ties to it.
Well, not only that, but we have that meeting where Tim took the picture of Ross's head. Well, we're in that meeting every Monday, and sometimes that meeting is literally me, Jason, Ross, and one other person. So now I have to do this meeting every Monday. I need to get stuff done, and I've got a person here and a person here who can't even look at each other.
Did that happen this past Monday?
Yeah, sort of.
And it's just an awkward tension. You can feel it in the room.
Yeah, everybody's aware of it.
Now, I know you have to be objective on the wrap-up show, but now that you've had some time to think about it, whose side are you on? Who do you think is in the
I'm
right?
I'm not on either one side. I think that Ross probably overreacted a tiny bit to Jason's tweet. But like I just said on the air, this wasn't really about Jason's tweet. This has been going on for a long time. It's very simple. Jason sees Ross as the suit. And Jason thinks Ross is arrogant, this and that. Ross sees Jason as a guy who doesn't respect him. And, maybe it is weird because Jason probably knows Ross as my friend and Howard's friend before he knows him as an executive here. But Ross said to Jason, would you talk to any other senior VP of this company like that? And the answer is probably not.
Definitely not. Do you think Jason owes Ross that respect because of his title?
Yes and no, because once you get into I would call it the stern octagon, once you're over the wrap-up show, those things sort of fall by the wayside. If he acted like that out in the hallway, absolutely owes him that respect. But when you come on the air, you're saying to everybody, all right, you can come on, here's a place, a safe haven to tell your true feelings.
Beauty of the wrap-up show, a very level playing field.
Yes, exactly.
Jason, you've had some time to, I'm sure, listen back to that clip a few times and really let it sink in. You've had a weekend to think about what happened between you and Ross. Have you changed your stance at all? Have you come back towards him a little bit?
No. I would say, if anything, maybe I went a little overboard. Maybe I got a little defensive because I knew where he was going. And maybe I went a little overboard. But other than that, no. But Ross did this to me last year with the fucking bathroom. Howard and Gary and Tim, his friends, his longtime friends, they go over each other's houses, they eat together, blah, blah, blah. The only three people with power in this building to lock Ross out of that bathroom or give him access, they all voted no. But who does he blame? Who does he direct all his anger at when he can't get in that bathroom? Me. Go pull the tape. Screaming at me because he blames me for him not being in that bathroom. He loves going after the person with the least amount of power because that's his MO. He was mad at Tim, he yells at me. He's mad at Tim and Howard and Gary, he yells at me. So, he always throws that, I'm not your friend anymore cards. You know what? You're not my friend. You're not my friend, okay? I live with you. I'll get through life without you being my friend. We're co-workers. And that's it.
So Gary was correct when he said this tension has been mounting for almost years now. I mean,
I've never felt as comfortable around Ross as a friend since that bathroom incident, but I didn't realize that he had been building up this whole thing against me that exploded on the wrap-up show. Because as Gary pointed out on the air, it wasn't about the tweet, apparently. It was about other shit. So, once he started going down that road again on the wrap-up show, that's where I was just like, all right, the first time he did it, I was, put off by it, but I tried to put it behind me. The second time he does it, forget it. Fuck him. He's going to blame me every time Gary or Howard pisses him off. He can go fuck himself.
Ross, I'd like to hear your take on the events that transpired on the wrap-up show last week, and if you're feeling any more.
I just want to move on. I have, it's an interesting dynamic here. I am an executive on the Sirius XM side and work closely with the Stern Show, and it's great radio, I get it. I just want to move on from it. I am disappointed in Tim. I'm still upset at Jason. I felt that there was no respect towards me. I feel that he can just open, a throw grenade in the room and have fun with it. I was unable to defend myself the way I'd like to on the air, but I will defend myself off the air. But I just want to move on. We all have to work together, and as I said, it's a professional environment, and I'm sure I love to have fun, and we'll keep that out of the workplace. But I'm disappointed in Tim, and I'm still very upset with Jason. I feel there was a lack of respect there that I deserve some.
Grow up, realize I have nothing to do with keeping you out of the bathroom. Nothing. I have nothing to do with taking a picture of your fucking bald head and emailing it to everybody. Nothing. I had nothing to do with Tim yelling at you on the wrap-up show. Nothing. I wrote a tweet laughing about what Tim said on the wrap-up show, and now I'm public enemy #1 with you. No, you're picking on the weakest person here, and it's disgusting.
And you've become the scapegoat for his built-up tension and
I am the
frustration.
scapegoat. I am the scapegoat for everything wrong in Ross's work life. Yes, I am the scapegoat. But no more. I am not a scapegoat. Tim and Ross always threatening to go down roads with each other. I go right down the road. I hop right in the car, I go right down the road. Dude, so much shit I didn't even get to on the wrap-up show. So much.
Do you think this will come out, or do you think if Ross comes to you, if he extends the olive branch?
Yes. I don't hate Ross Zapin as a person. If he comes to me and he says, listen, I'm sorry, you're right. I took out my anger on the wrong person. I was wrong. I will apologize. And I say, you know what, maybe I went a little, I would say I went a little overboard in the wrap-up show. I didn't need to jump down your throat like that. But otherwise, I'm not interested. I'm not going to be the one to extend the olive branch because he's the one that has a problem with me, and not vice versa. I don't even care. I don't care. This is work. This isn't camp. I don't care. If Ross apologized to me, I would be gracious and accept it. And that's it.
But anything short of that, you've got more ammo built up.
I have ammo on everybody here. Let me... Watch out, Greg. No,
all right, let me end this interview.
Let's end this interview immediately. I hope we don't get into another fight on the air. If we do, I can certainly hold my own again.